모든 경기장 도시락.
All right, so over here at the right position on ESV Sandstorm Miss, we have our red Terran player, the Tal Terran from the Team FX Open Esports. It is GuMiho, and his opponents from Team Liquid is our purple Zerg player, the Manor Bear himself. It is Sheth.
Yeah, man, and Sheth has been playing really well lately in the Team League. He got that all-kill the other day. So if I were GuMiho, I would think twice about writing off Sheth as like an walkover, something like that. Obviously, GuMiho's not going to do that. He's way too professional. But
right.
We have seen some of the Korean GSL players underestimate their foreign opponents and pay for it here too. So I think GuMiho knows Sheth's reputation. He's going to take him very seriously, and we should have a pretty good game.
Yeah, especially in online events, it seems like the Korean players do underestimate their foreign counterparts from time to time.
Yeah.
In this case, though, we'll see what both players have to offer in a bit. Should make for a fun match, especially on this map. This is not something... I've seen a lot of ZVP on this map recently, but I haven't seen a lot of ZVT, so...
You know what would be an interesting UMS?
What's that?
Map where... and this would be a good practice thing, too, where if you wanted to practice, like, the mid-game, say, or something like that, what if you had a map where you could load it up and play against a friend, and you could choose... You could have, like, a period of time, like maybe, 2 minutes or something early in the game, to just place, like, your first 5 buildings or something,
Okay.
And advance things to, like, the 5-minute mark. So basically, like, no rush, 5 minutes or whatever, but you would just place everything down instantly beforehand and then just start the game off from that point. You choose how many SCVs you had, everything. So you could practice, from an optimal early game into a mid game, see what happens. I don't know. I just thought of that.
That's kind of interesting.
Be cool.
I mean, you would let your opponent know what happened, so you take out the scouting and things like that.
Yeah,
it would just be
course, yeah.
assuming you know what your opponent's doing, assuming you know what you're doing.
Yeah,
and
it'd be purely a practice thing. It wouldn't be competitive or anything like that. Yeah,
that's kind of cool, actually. I like
I
that.
don't know. It's just an idea. Just an idea. I thought.
And
I can't make maps, so
no,
somebody out there
no,
can.
you don't want to see that at all. Xenio is silently crying. And so he has to leave now, unfortunately.
I thought he played pretty well last game.
I did too. I think he played exceptionally well in games 1 and 2.
Yeah, absolutely.
And at this stage, looks like GuMiho is going to go after reactored Hellions. Nothing to indicate otherwise quite yet, as he does have the resources for a factory now, and he's not going out there quite yet. Instead, that's because he's trying to bunker in his opponent once again.
Yep, and GuMiho taking some damage on that SCV. Actually, it's getting very low. Is he just going to lose that? All right, I guess he is. All right. Well, GuMiho just losing that SCV, and the probe's like, well, that was easy. I don't know what these other probes are like, other drones are talking about, man. I mean,
guess I'll just go back to mining my minerals, and he whistles as he goes back to work.
It's like, I'm a predator. That's how I roll, All right, and these drones are like, we want to try too.
And could actually get that Marine, but of course there'd just be a lot of lost mining time trying to chase that Marine down.
Marine's like, hey guys, have you seen an SCV? He runs away.
Oh, I see what's going on here.
It's like, I did not expect that. It's like, well, what did you sign up for then, Marine? What did you expect when you landed on Sandstorm Miss, huh? What did you expect when you saw that space shark?
I'm a pacifist. Yeah, what do you expect when you see the space shark?
I don't know what
real
you expect when you see
though,
a space shark, man.
Oh, all right, guys, it's time for a battle. We're taking it to the Zerg. What is there to note about the terrain? Well, there's a flying shark in the middle.
It's like, well, is it dangerous? It's like, no, we don't think so. It looks a little bit silly.
This is just silly.
Nice micro there, keeping that Marine alive. Oh, but the Zergling gets in with 1 hit point.
Yep.
And boom, Predator SCV.
So we've got a couple of worker kills now in this game.
Recruit.
Well done.
The Zergs get much better promotions than the Terrans do. The Terran, it's like the SCV drills a Zergling to death, and he's a recruit.
Yes.
Drone gets 1 kill, and he's suddenly a Predator.
Yeah. Pretty awesome, though.
I know. I think the Zerg system overvalues things maybe a little bit. The Zergs like to pat themselves on the back. They've got a lot of arms, man. They can do that pretty effectively.
Some Zergs do have a lot of arms.
Yeah.
Case in point, I don't even know what you can call these appendages in most cases. So there's some sort of webbing, some sort of talons.
Do the chickens have large talons?
Yes, they do.
So the Zerglings and the Queens, pretty much everything else. So Zergling speed on the way for Sheth.
Indeed.
Second command center just finished up for GuMiho. As we can see, he's trying to just keep the creep spread at a minimum with those Hellions.
And he does actually have a Tech Lab starport, but he's going to start with a medevac to ferry some of these Hellions in, and then maybe move into Banshees after that.
Yeah, he could. That's an interesting move there by GuMiho. I think that indeed you're right. We will see. Yeah, there's Cloak going up, so he is going to.
Wow.
Oh, this is so interesting by GuMiho. Actually,
Wow.
he's going to go for a Hellion drop and kind of make Sheth. Well, here's the thing. Sheth is going to see this Hellion drop, defend it, and then the last thing that he's going to be thinking about at that point is Banshees. So
Right.
GuMiho being a little bit tricky here. And, oh, did the Zerglings... Oh, they can only see the starport. All right, well, there you go. So, yeah, the last thing that Sheth is going to be thinking about is going to be Banshees. This is going to be, let alone Cloak Banshees, making 10 roaches right now. How many queens does he have out?
Let's see. Just 2.
Oh, so, yeah, this is so smart by GuMiho.
Oh, God.
Sheth is going to feel all good about defending this, and then GuMiho's going to come in with Banshees. Oh, man.
Oh, no. All right, well, our first 11 roaches are popping up, and, yeah, these Hellions aren't going to find much traction.
Yeah.
Are they just going to pick right up, or are they going to try?
They might still do some damage with it, too. Oh, wow, getting some big hits off on those drones,
oh,
maybe.
No!
Oh, no,
That
Sheth.
could be a lot of lost drones. He's just not... Oh,
Sheth.
there it was. That was a really good hit.
So maybe Sheth won't feel so good about defending this,
No.
and then he's going to get hit by Banshees. So I take back...
He's going all in,
I
though.
said it earlier. Oh, yep, there's the Baneling nest. Zergling's going for that high economy Baneling bus after losing that many drones. You might need to. Yeah, he's producing a lot of roaches anyway.
Yeah.
And there's the Banshee, though. So Sheth probably was not expecting that, and he's like, oh, great.
All
Now
right.
what? So will it be enough to break GuMiho?
GuMiho's sitting on 3 command centers now, just off of
man.
what's essentially going to be 1 base. Yeah, I don't know if this is going to be enough.
I don't know why he's not attacking the ramp here. I mean, that command center could just be lifted. He's essentially just gifting these roaches to GuMiho, unfortunately. And, yeah, so Sheth, I think, well, unless he can get some sort of, like, amazing Baneling bust here, I think the game's going to be over soon. And that is a pretty amazing-looking Baneling bust. Focusing down the Banelings. Nice job by GuMiho. Only 1 gets through to actually do damage at the end. There is a bunker there as well. Hellions roasting the Zerglings, and I don't know what Sheth can do at this point.
No, I think that's actually just going to be GG.
That is domination from GuMiho, unfortunately, for Team Liquid fans out there.
Yeah, GuMiho really putting a stop to that rush. Oh my God, he actually re-dropped as well. I apologize. Yeah,
okay.
16 workers have been killed in total now. Sheth down to 57 supply, and he's trying to retreat with these roaches, but the Banshees are just a little bit quicker.
What an interesting build by GuMiho too. What a really smart little move to do that Hellion drop and then go right into Banshees like that.
Yeah.
If he hadn't gone for Banshees, if it had truly been reactored Hellions into a medevac drop, and expand, Sheth would have probably killed him. So,
yeah,
interesting idea there. And look at this, GuMiho playing so patiently here.
Yeah, I mean, he knows he has just an unbelievable advantage in this game. There's the Cloak.
Yeah, right as the Evo Chamber finishes. The Spore Crawler's not going to get down in time to save those queens, unfortunately.
Nope.
And, wow, no transfuses by Sheth as well. He's been using all of that for larva and creep tumors.
And essentially, even though, yes, he's bringing up Spore Crawlers to help defend against this, he essentially just lost another 5 workers trying to put those up.
Yeah, I would say so, too. He does pick up that Spore Crawler.
Yep.
And losing more queens for Sheth. I mean, Sheth is really doing everything he possibly can to live against this, and he's doing an admirable job of it. But it's just going to be very tough to come back from it. Even if he does defend against these Banshees, it's going to be very difficult to get the traction again in this game.
GuMiho has to watch out. He's moving in with another Banshee, though. A few Lings are going to try and swing through, but that's all our friendly Hellions that try to push through the front.
Yeah.
Nope, not at all, and it looks like the Evolution Chamber is going to go down as well. Lings are trying to run in now, but the Hellions are putting a stop to that. Sheth can just not get any traction right now, down 30 supply. And GuMiho, loses a Banshee there, but not too bad.
Yeah, and if you think about it this way, too, I mean, Sheth's economy has not been touched at all this game yet. So, I mean, you can see he's got the supply advantage. He's been able to just make SCVs unchecked, and tech unopposed. He's got his 3 barracks just finishing up, going for that siege tanks. And he's going to have a lot of DPS. Funk, wow.
Wow.
Banshee Demolition Derby there in the middle of the map.
Yeah, no kidding. Oh my
Luckily,
God.
they're just rubber on the outside, so they kind of just bounce off each other.
And GuMiho is going to push up with a ton of units, man. I mean, this is just a huge damage output. And there's really nothing on the ground for Sheth to defend against this as well. He's got 2 roaches, 4 Zerglings, and not just the Banshees, but a tank and 13 Marines and 6 Hellions are coming his way.
He's had to put so much into defending the Banshees that there's just not a lot left over. And this is going to be it for Sheth, unfortunately.
All right, well, the Banshees clean up the remainder of the Spine Crawlers. The Queens are falling one after another. GuMiho pushing in, running a little bit of a victory lap right now, clearing up those Spore Crawlers as well, so the Banshees can get a little bit more traction because they do dispatch of Banshees very, very quickly, but now there's a sweet spot where he can just cut off reinforcements.
Yep, you can shoot the hatchery as well.
Yeah.
Not really paying attention to his units as well as he should, I gotta say, but it doesn't matter. He's so far ahead. He can kill off this hatchery, no problem.
Right.
Go after that Spore Crawler, and the Zerglings will be able to kill the tank, which is nice for Sheth, it looks like.
Wow, they can't even... Wow.
Maybe not. Wow, I thought that was going to be enough. All right.
There was just enough Banshees there.
And here comes reinforcements, so unfortunately this is going to be the end of the line, I think, for Sheth.
Yeah, he's trying to hold on as best he can, but now it's 120 supply to 69, and that gap is increasing as the Spore Crawler is going to fall here momentarily.
Oh, the SCVs as well, bit by bit.
Whoa! Oh, this is a little bit BM by GuMiho, but I kind of like it actually.
He's like, yeah, I don't even need my SCVs. I'm just going to even up the worker count now, just because I'm a nice guy like that.
Yeah.
Spire almost finishing here now, and Sheth will have enough to make a decent amount of Mutalisks.
Yeah.
Which could be interesting if they finish. He's got Banelings morphing. You know, I mean, it's, well, if all these SCVs die to Banelings, it's going to be pretty funny. And nice connections with the Marines here.
Yeah, and it looks like Sheth pulling everything off the line right now. I think maybe just a little bit of frustration, it appears, as the last of these is going to go down. There's the GG from Sheth, and FXO has evened up the set 2-2.